Hello, how's it going? Thank you guys for joining today. Appreciate it. And thank you for waiting. Sorry, tonight was crazy. How is everybody? Hey loves, thank you so much for coming in. I'm just going to do a little live Q&A, I guess, for Sideswipe. So yeah, let's check out a few of the questions you guys sent to me. The first one is by RX Salome, and she asked, "What is your full name?" And Froy is actually short for Froylan. It's a family name. I'm the third. So my dad and my grandpa all have the same name too. So yeah, Froy Gutierrez is my full name. There you go. I'm good. Thank you so much. What's a sideswipe? A sideswipe. This was asked by Iman Malik 19. Hi, Iman. And a sideswipe is just like, I don't know, it was kind of a metaphor. I mean, double entendre, because it's like when your car gets sideswiped by another car because they can just keep driving after they've hit you. So, like, to an extent, it's not a total accident, but it's also not like they didn't do any damage to you either. So I like that idea. And I also like the idea of incorporating that with, like, the idea of, like, swiping on somebody on Tinder or whatever app you use. I don't know. So it's, like, a metaphor for somebody kind of, like, giving you the cold shoulder, but not necessarily explaining why. That's what the song is about. So, yeah. And then Froy's World asked, "How was Sideswipe born? Have you had lyrics for a long time?" And yeah, actually, that's the crazy thing about Sideswipe was that I had a song called The Cup, and I literally just lifted the verses from that song and put them in Sideswipe, and then came up with a new chorus for Sideswipe. And I don't know if you guys have heard The Cup, but there's like a little segment of it out there in the world, and for me, The Cup was about like the teenage angst I felt in high school. I wrote it when I was 15. And so for me, it was just about, like, letting out all those, like, I don't know, teenage angsty demons out into the world. And then after a little while, after I'd been sitting on the song for a little bit, I just didn't, like, feel as though I clicked with that idea anymore. So when we were writing Sideswipe, I was like, you know, I really like the idea of taking the verses from this old song that I did, but then changing the chorus to, like, what I'm going through right now. So that's kind of how Sideswipe was born, so to speak. And then Anita Scaramelanita asked, "When will the whole EP be out?" And to answer that question, it's going to be a bit of a ride, so I hope you guys bear with me, but it's not going to be a one and done EP. It's going to be like chapters of a book, and it's going to be coming out as like singles over time. But as we do that, I'm going to be kind of introducing you guys to the characters and the setting and the idea behind the whole record. And that's going to be really fun. And it's a story that I want to tell across multiple different art forms, platforms, or whatever. So there's going to be like, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's going to be music videos, and there's going to be scenes as well to go along with the music videos in between them to just tell that story. And social media pages so you can get to know the characters in it, and it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Real Carlos Evan asked, "What do you prefer, act or sing?" And to me, okay, I have to say acting and singing for me, they kind of go hand in hand. I grew up around musical theater a lot, and so for me in my head, like, every movie has a soundtrack, every movie has a song that you know that goes with that movie, and every song, every artist that you think of has a persona or a character that they kind of like personify. Like some people, some artists have certain themes in their music that they'll go back to over and over again, and some artists have different themes and like different ways of getting their thoughts out there. So I don't know, for me, like when I'm writing a song, I think of a character when I'm writing it, and when I'm acting, like when I was on Teen Wolf, I would listen to music all the time with my trusty headphones every time before I went out for a scene. So for me, they're kind of like intertwined in a way that I can't really separate them too much. They're just like super cohesive and stuck together. So to me, that's what that's what acting and singing are like. They're just like different sides of the same coin. Jessica Louise Barton asked, do you think you'll do some more acting soon? And yes, I have a few projects actually that I'm like working on the low, but I can't really talk about. But the first thing that y'all are probably going to see is the music videos and the acting that goes along with them. So you'll be seeing that pretty soon, like definitely in the next month or so. And yeah, let's open it up a little bit. Do you guys have any more questions? I'm just hanging out in my hotel room right now, so I can answer all of them. Hey. Yes, I'm keeping so many secrets. I'm sorry, guys. I have to sit on them for a little bit. Are the songs videos based on my synesthesia? Asked by Rebecca Soros. And yes, actually, they are. I've grown up with synesthesia like my whole life. When I was little, and I was learning like numbers and letters in school, or like words in the alphabet, all of them had a color to them, and they had a personality, and they had an age, and a whole character that, like, I don't know, my head just developed randomly, and I didn't realize till later that it was synesthesia. And so for me, the same way that certain scenes and characters have songs to them, songs have like personalities to me. And so, yeah, the concept for the record is very much based around a metaphor for like how I was feeling and like my mental state at the time when I was writing it. So you're going to kind of be seeing two characters have a bit of a dialogue, and they're going to have a whole setting fleshed out. It's very like YA, young adult, dystopia kind of energy. So that'll be really fun. If I go on tour, I should come to South America. Yes, definitely, Styles Froy. I would love to go to South America. I don't know. I really want to go on a tour super soon, but I have to get music out first. So, yeah, it'll take a little bit, but once we get there, it'll be definitely worth the wait. And I can't wait to meet you guys all around the world. But in the meantime, I have conventions, and I'm definitely going to be doing concerts at the end of all of them. So, Mr. Midnight and the Saint. Yep, you're right. What was the hardest song to write? Off the EP, I don't know. I feel like We Make Art was pretty taxing emotionally because I came up with the whole verse literally on the car ride over to the studio. And it was just super unfiltered. Like, a lot of the EP, like, the lyrics will go back and forth from being really goofy, like, dad jokes to being really deep, intrinsic lines about, like, what I've been going through lately. And for me, We Make Art was no different. And when I got there and I was, like, opening up a little bit, and I was like, this lyric is about this thing that I've been going through. I kind of got a bit closer to the producers that I'm working with on this, and I was kind of, like, choking up a little bit while I was singing it in the studio. But, no, it's amazing, and it's cathartic. It's like exercising a emotional demon. It's really fun. Make a song in Spanish, please. Mexican Froyos. Definitely, that is happening. Definitely a lot of Latin influence coming up in the future songs. We have quite a diverse set of songs coming up. So, like, Sideswipe is not going to be all you're hearing. Like, Sideswipe is super minimalistic, kind of upfront pop, and the rest of the songs are a little bit more different. You'll get a lot of Latin influence. You'll hear a lot of alternative influence, and you'll even hear some, like, 80s throwback, especially on We Make Art. Yo, Jack, what's good? My trip is going great. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to be back in LA this Monday/Tuesday. I leave Monday, but I won't be there till Tuesday. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's been like a long month, but a great month nonetheless. And what's my feeling before/after going on stage from Wonderful Froy? That's a really good question. Before, I get a little nervous, but I'm not like nervous to like go in front of you guys. Like to me, that's just like, it's really fun. I get nervous about like having the energy necessary to like go up on there and dance and like have a good time and sing it out and like I don't know, just be a energy ball of fun and love and sadness sometimes. And sometimes like if I don't feel there like energetically, I get a little bit nervous before I go on. But that's usually cured as soon as I go out and I hear like all the screams. I'm like, okay, great. I'm snapped into it immediately. Oh, thank you so much. Paris was so much fun. It was such a big room, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. But y'all made it so easy. Thank you. Heather J. Lee, my mother, said come home. I will soon. Mwah. What do I miss the most out of Italy? That's a good question. I love the culture. I mean, first of all, the food. Y'all know y'all's food is amazing, okay? Italian food is just brilliant. But also the culture is so sweet. Like, everyone is so kind and accepting. And I felt like I was just embraced from the get-go, which is really cool. By both, like, people who were working the convention and the fans, and just people out on the street. So, yep. Don't go to LA. Please come back to Italy. I'll try. Love you too. Am I going to do a listening party in Toulouse? I don't know. Probably one of these days. I know I have a convention that's going to be around that area later this year. I think in October or so. So maybe you could come to that listening party. Hopefully that'll be a thing. What? That's so funny. I passed Bruno Mars on the Dutch charts. That's hilarious. Do I play any instruments? I don't. I play lyrics in my head. That's so bad. But I've tried to get into production a little bit, but I'm just really bad at all the terminology and like knowing where everything is on the computer board. But I'm learning it. And all the songs on the record, I like was there while we were producing them, and I kind of got an opportunity to kind of direct the sound, which is really cool. So I had a great time doing that. Playing Pokemon or listening to music? Why not both? Bam. And I do play guitar. You're right. I do play guitar, but I'm fairly bad at it. Like, I'm not proficient with the guitar. Like, I cannot just pick it up and start playing a song that I'm listening to. But if you give me like 30 minutes to look at the chords, I'll be Gucci. Where am I now? I am in my hotel room. Hence the black curtains that look very emo. But it's okay. They blend in with my hood. So. And yeah, the sound is going to be different. The rest of the EP is very diverse. Like, I feel like this EP is kind of a mix of a whole bunch of different things. And I kind of want to see how y'all respond to it. Like, which songs y'all feel the most connected to sonically, and we're kind of going to go in that direction. So we have like some songs that are very Latin influenced, some that are very pop influenced, some that are very minimalist, and some that are a bit more urban. So you'll have like a very large array of songs. You know, Froy's laugh, Michelle, thank you for that. I should go to sleep. I got a lot going on tomorrow, but I'm having such a great time over here. What have I been up to today? Today was just a relaxing day. I got to sleep in a little bit. I've been traveling a lot, so I got to sleep in a little late. And then afterwards, I got to go on an amazing boat ride in Amsterdam with a bunch of really cool fans. So it was a great time. Do I want to learn French? Frick yes, I want to learn French. But I feel like I'm going to be so bad at it whenever I get there. Like, whenever I learn it, the accent is going to be awful. I'm so bad at accents. Love you too, Camila. Mwah. And am I going on tour? Yes, that's going to be on the books. It's a thing that's happening. But, again, I got to get the music out first so I can have something to tour. Like, I can't just go on tour with, like, 3 songs worth of content, because then we're going to be there for 10 minutes, and that's not a fun show. So, gotta get closer to, like, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then maybe I'll do some unreleased ones, too. All right, guys. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll do another one of these soon. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. I love you so much. Get some rest. Stay hydrated. Now I gotta click the end button. Bam. Where did I click it? I'm doing great. I know technology.